Hello everybody, the Nameless Narcissist here once again. Simple man diagnosed with NPD, talking about pathological narcissism and the things that go on in my head. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. But keep in mind, I'm no clinician, so I can only speak to my own experiences. So revenge. Revenge is super, super interesting to me. Because even as a kid, I would always hear that like, two wrongs don't make a right. And it never even made sense to me. It's like, yeah, it does. That's called justice. Ooh, another funny one was my sister, my sister literally just didn't agree with the golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated. And she would always say, no, that's dumb. And keep in mind, me and her were like super, super young. Horribly, horribly young. I think she must have been like 4 or 5. It was before my parents' divorce, so we were young. Maybe we were older and I'm just misremembering things, but she would literally be, and I would agree with her. I would just say the normal thing just because I'm like, fuck it, like whatever. And she's like, no, don't treat people how you want to be, how you want to be treated. You treat people how they treat you. And yeah, to this day, that makes sense. If somebody comes at me, I want to come at them. That's fair. That's like, why would I give respect to somebody who's not giving respect to me? And other people are like, oh, revenge is good. And ostensibly, I know it's not good. It just perpetuates a cycle of abuse or hurting people and whatever. But for me, I just don't care. I'll be honest. I try not to do it because I know it's not a good thing to do. I know that makes me a bad person. But why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I treat people how they treat me? Why should I be respectful of somebody that's not being respectful towards me? And I guess the issue here does come into the fact that I have disordered thinking. So I think people are being disrespectful of me when they really aren't. And that's honestly one of the only reasons that I believe that I shouldn't act on my impulses for revenge. But I have spent nights just awake in my bed, seething at people over stupid crap and fantasizing about revenge, fantasizing about how I would yell at them or hit them or whatever. And that's not fucking healthy, trust me. But that's happened on more than one occasion where I literally can't sleep because I just need revenge. I just need justice because it was not fair that I was treated like that, right? And I feel like this is so normal. I feel like other people must feel like this too to some degree. Maybe for me, it's just a little different because of what I perceive as slights. But I feel like this is normal. I feel like that's so normal. But still, I literally, one of my biggest fantasies of revenge is once I'm rich and famous, which I am on track to be, except for, grandiose. I'm not even close to being rich and I'm probably farther away from being famous. Probably the other way around. But I have this fantasy where I will go up to my mom with a big suitcase of money that would have every dollar that she's ever spent on me in her life and slam it down on the table and be like, there, we're even now. I never fucking talk to you again. Goodbye. And then if she tries to object, I'll be like, motherfucker. Well, I guess I can't say motherfucker, but bitch, you fucking made somebody with a severe personality disorder, substance abuse issues, and I was miserable my entire childhood. What do I owe you now that I paid you back financially? What do I owe you now? You can say nothing. I want her to just sit on that. I want her to feel as small and ineffectual and ashamed as I did my entire life. And if she can feel that even for a second, that is justice. That's pretty fucked up, ain't it? I'll be honest, I'm gonna do that. If I ever get the chance, I'm doing that. As soon as I'm offered fucking health insurance, I will do that. I don't know about my dad. I mean, he's fucking, I don't feel like that would, I don't know. I don't even know what to do about that one. I just dream about that so often. Oh, man. And the weird thing is how satisfying that feels. I guess for other people, because I've heard before that revenge doesn't feel good for them. I guess it's another reason why other people shouldn't engage in revenge, right? But I feel so satisfied afterwards. There's no, the worst thing that happens is shame after maybe. There's no guilt though. It just feels like justice. And I love that. I love it so much. I love that feeling. Revenge is a dish best served cold. I don't know what that even means. If I'm being honest, I don't even know why I said it. That's a thing that I'll do, actually. I should probably make a video on that, how I have actually a couple videos about that. Well, not about, but similar to that, where I will like intentionally say things that like, even if I don't know what they mean, I hope that other people don't know what they mean either. Or I'll say things I do know what they mean, but I'll know the other person doesn't know what they mean. So that I just seem smarter. And they were like, wait, what does that mean? I'm like, oh, you don't know? Like, noblesse oblige. I never actually used that in my videos, but I wish I had. Like, one of my big philosophies for being nice to people, it's noblesse oblige, which is a French word. It's like this French philosophical concept where if you were blessed to be in nobility, you had an obligation to treat those beneath you better, because of you being blessed like that. And that's kind of a big way that I justify being kind to people, which is really funny when you start thinking about it. But yeah, revenge. I guess revenge wouldn't be very noblesse oblige of me. That's not even the right way to use it. It feels like a lot of what I do and a lot of limiting my impulses is just because I'm not supposed to, but it doesn't make it feel any less right to do. Doesn't make sense. And that's why like personality disorders can't be cured. They just go into remission where we basically alter our behaviors to be functioning members of society. Because like that, I feel like revenge will always feel so justified to me. Even for situations where ostensibly like revenge would be not warranted in the slightest. Because I mean, why? I don't know. Why shouldn't I get revenge? Why not? And I guess a big part of it is like sometimes it will be revenge on people that I do care about. And I forget that like those things like stick with people. Because for me, it's like when it's over, it's over. No fucking emotional permanence, no object constancy. I just feel like if somebody fucks with me, I should get to fuck with them. And I can't think, like, I have those reasons. I can't think of any reasons that resonate with me, that, like, hit me where it matters. In the heart. Like, as I make more and more videos, this gets more and more frustrating because the more things I realize aren't normal, the more I feel like I just do not understand other people, which is really funny because I feel like my cognitive empathy is really on point, but I don't understand it. And that's kind of how it's always been. It's like I have a math equation that like, I know what I will get out of it if I put a certain number in, but like the equation itself escapes me completely. Like I don't, and I imagine that's a lot of the time similar to how you guys feel about like how I describe things. That like, maybe not in this case particularly, because I'm sure in some situations you can understand why you would feel just like that, probably not always. But when I talk about certain things like grandiose, like seeing things hierarchically and there's no other way, like I'm sure you guys can like, you know, conceptually understand how I think, but I'm sure that like you don't understand like what it means to do that and why I would do it like that. And I guess that's a big thing, is that like none of us have a why. We don't have a why for what we do. It's just in our nature. And I guess we do have a why, kind of. But there's some things that we just have, you know, internalized that like feel right, that feel true. And those don't really change, I think. At least for me, it doesn't. And those just don't really change. And it's interesting because like, I feel like I have to justify why I feel and think and do a lot of things, when the answer is that's just how it is. And it does lead to some resentment sometimes because like other people don't have to justify that. Again, like I gave that example of like, oh my God, therapist, it's so fucking boring when people talk about work. Why would they want to talk about work? Blah, blah, blah. Why do you talk about work? And she just like sat there and was like, I have no idea. It just is a normal thing to do nowadays. I'm like, ha, got ya. Because that's how it feels for me. Everything I do, it's just normal. That's just how it is. And it kind of sucks that I do have to justify it like that. The fact that I have to justify, because like I can't think of how, other than using weird terms like justice, to justify why I should have revenge on somebody, right? Why does it feel just? Because like I can explain to you why it feels just. Why does it feel just for me to impose the suffering that I experience onto other people? Like eye for an eye, right? At some level, that makes sense, I'm sure, to other people. I just don't understand how, but like, why do I have to justify why that feels just? And it's like, how would you argue against that it's not just? Like, other than the examples I said, how like, I will mistakenly think somebody is acting against me, and then I get revenge, and then that just wasn't, yeah, that's a whole mess. But if somebody stabs me, why should I not be allowed to stab them back? Very extreme example, I know. But, like, explain to me why that's not just. Why shouldn't I be able to feel good about doing that? Because, like, I feel like people do get satisfaction about revenge, right? So why isn't that just? It comes, I'm sure, like, that not being just comes as naturally to other people as it comes naturally at me. Oh, it's weird. Whatever, though. I'm done. Ugh, y'all have a good day. Take your fucking meds.